I allowed some people in my company to falsify information because I thought I had enough money to be able to cover all this stuff if something didn't go right. And when things went wrong, how many of y'all know it goes wrong? I ended up losing everything. I got sentenced to 17 years, did 4.5 years in prison. I came home in 2014 with nothing. I lost my family. I lost my covenant with God. They had to move back to Louisiana and start living a life that I had taught them different about. I had humiliated my opportunity to be the leader that I was. And all I did, guys, was turn my head the other way and not take care of the responsibility of what was in front of me. But God had a plan for me. He wanted me to learn a valuable lesson because he had more than millions inside of me. I had $15 million and $60 million in real estate. Now all of a sudden, all that's gone. He taught me in a real sudden way that you make one wrong move and take your eyes off me, son, because I gave you all this, I'll take it from you. I get emotional thinking about it. I had to lose everything to gain everything. And now I stand before you, back in the millions. I got a beautiful wife that loves me. All my kids alive. I got grandchildren that love and admire me. And I got an opportunity to speak my truth to my people. And if he can do it for me, he can do it for you. No excuses.
Good day. Everything still a go for the night? Come on. Man, my truck just stopped again. Yeah, I know I need a new one. I tried, man. My credit just is horrible. Well, I'm headed to the bus stop.
We are here to improve your credit so that you can get the things you need and want in life.
I need help with my credit. It's been one of those weeks. Wish me luck on my ride to work.
Our team at We Raise Credit can help you get the car you need. We Raise Credit.
Hey, how y'all doing this evening? Man, I am so excited to be here. My name is Demetrius Early. Welcome to the D Early Experience virtual show. Man, do I have a treat for you guys tonight? We're going to have some real talk with some very amazing, just amazing people, amazing couple who I just hold very dear to my heart. My wife and I, some of our best friends, man, been knowing these people for a little while now. And I finally got them to come on and grace us with their presence to the Dearly Experience virtual show. So let me tell you a little about me. My name is Demetrius Early. I am what you call a serial entrepreneur. I love helping people and I love inspiring and educating people. So I'm also a mentor and a coach. And man, I'm telling you, man, we got some wonderful things that we're doing to help individuals level up and get to that next level. So I'm the guy that you come to when you need consulting, you need help with your personal credit and your business credit, and the resources that is needed to get you access to funding. That's what we do. So if you're out there right now, hey, tell us where you're from. Go in the chat right now and just type in where you're from. Hey, Celeste, Little Rock, Arkansas in the building. What's going on, Larry? How y'all doing out there? So yeah, just type in the chat where you're from and who you are. And I see you out there, Demetri from Atlanta. I see you. ATL in the building. So listen, I know y'all out there, so I'm excited. So listen, we're going to like, share, and comment. Whenever you get an opportunity, people need to hear about some of the great things that are happening. So comment, like, share, and tag while you are on this podcast. This is our podcast. Let's have some real discussions, some real talk, and elevate each other's thinking so we can inspire each other to do greater and be the best version of ourselves we could possibly be. And if you will get an opportunity, I want you to follow me on Facebook at The Early Experience, Instagram at The Early Experience, Twitter at Demetrius_Early, YouTube, Demetrius Early, TikTok at The Early Experience, LinkedIn, Demetrius Early, and my website, again, is theearlyexperience.com. So, hey, man, we got a lot of great things we're doing. We're actually making a major impact. What's going on? Eugene Mosley, Dr. Eugene Mosley from Bacon's up in the building. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Thank you for tuning in. So, hey, man, guys, listen, we got a treat for you guys tonight. Listen, I know there is so much for this couple to share. I don't even want to waste any time. I want to go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to bring to you guys some very good friends of mine, amazing individuals. They're doing movies. They're doing things. What's up, A. Ford in the building from Houston, Texas? What's up, A. Ford? Hey, man, listen, these individuals are very, I would say, have one of the most amazing stories I've ever heard. And so you guys are going to be blessed tonight to be able to take an opportunity to be able to hear from them directly. We're going to interact with one another, have some real discussions, and you're going to get an opportunity to ask some questions later. But I'm going to let them tell their story. But because I know can't nobody tell it better than them. But I want to bring to you guys none other than my great friends, Rob and Fox Rich. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Yes,
Man, I'm so excited to see you guys. You guys are so amazing. And thank y'all for taking time out to be here with us tonight. So Rob and Fox Rich, how y'all doing?
Oh, man, we are doing absolutely amazing, man. Doing even better now that we're on the show with you. Yes, indeed.
Man, I appreciate you guys. I want you guys to take the opportunity to kind of give us a little bit about your background, where you're from. Tell us a little bit about where you've been, about your journey.
All right. Well, for those of us that don't know us, we are Fox and Rob Rich. We're a formerly incarcerated couple who spent more than 21 years behind bars before receiving clemency in 2018. Probably one of the biggest takeaways from our experience was that to be free is to free others. Hence, we started a ministry about 6 months after I got out of prison, to which our first initiative is PDM NOLA, which is a participatory defense movement, New Orleans, Louisiana, where we teach legal awareness as a best form of defense to justice-involved people. In addition to that, we are also the subjects of the Oscar-nominated film Time. Time, according to the critics, is a mesmerizing portrait of resilience and radical love. It basically gives the background, I guess the long arc of Fox's work as a freedom fighter, as she worked valiantly from the outside to restore her family by getting me back home through the apparatus of clemency. Additionally, we are the proud authors of the forthcoming literary companion to Time, the documentary. And it is Time, the untold story of the love that held us together when incarceration kept us apart. And because Fox says that I've been grabbing the mic and holding on to it for the last couple of interviews that we've had in anticipation of the release of the book, I'm going to release the mic and actually let her have it back and let her get a little bit of that, D.
No, Brother D, let me tell you first, before I talk about this rascal and him hogging the mic, I just want to say, look at you. Wow, the way that, I mean, I've always been impressed with your wife, separate of you. I have been impressed with you individually. Then when the two of you came and became one, it has what a force of love and commitment. And so just to watch God use the two of you for the greater good of our community has been so impressive.
Yeah. Thank you both for being a demonstration, brother.
Yes.
And thank you guys as well. Thank y'all for acknowledging that, man. It's amazing to see you guys as well. So thank you so much.
Now the D Early Experience.
Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is really we speak nothing but love and life over this project for you. This is a wonderful opportunity. You have a voice that is unlike any other voice. It is an anointed voice within its own right, and we just thank you for sharing it on this platform and having us as your guest this evening. You know, because we know you and Katrina, y'all be up there with them big time folks. So we
y'all are the big time. We just trying to keep up with you guys. Y'all are amazing, man. I mean, you know, not many people that I talk to been nominated for an Oscar recently. You know, we're not talking about a long time ago. We talking about we recently. You recently got nominated. So this is current events that's going on. So, man, thank y'all so much. I know y'all busy doing a lot of things behind the scene. And you know, you really can't say enough about you guys because, you know, I'm very humble when it comes to just being able to be around great people. But to be around great people that are such humble, that have such a humble spirit, and that really genuinely love people and don't change because they get, you know, to certain levels, I really can appreciate, you know, you guys' journey. And it's not enough said about a man being behind those walls for so many years, and then to have a woman that's on the outside that's fighting to release him and stay true to the journey for 20 plus years. Like that right there, you know, I've done, you know, 9 years of my life behind those walls. And you know, I know what it's like to be alone back there. But you guys have stood the test of time. Y'all went through the process that you went through. You guys were like anointed to record your journey because you cared about other families and other people. And you knew that God had called you to something. Even in your adversity, you decided to take a stand. So I just want you to know that my wife and I, we talk about you guys all the time. We truly admire you, and we're super excited about what God is doing in your life right now. And so I want you guys to kind of give us a little bit about, you know, just tell us a little bit about your journey from the perspective of how do you stick together in the process of going through what you're going through and your family dynamic, because you guys have, not only have you been successful at keeping it together, but you guys also have raised some outstanding children. That's a great, I would say, example to so many that are out here. And you don't hear enough about these stories. So I want to get this opportunity right now and just let y'all just tell it what it is, tell us like it is, so we can get some jewels and get some information from you guys, because there's a lot of us still out here just doing the best we can to keep it together. But you guys did it in an adversity state that most people don't accomplish what you've accomplished. So thank you guys so much for sticking together. But tell us a little bit about that journey, if you don't mind.
I think for me, it is about often people, when they speak about our journey, they speak about, Fox fought to get Rob home. But the truth of the matter is that we were all fighting. No one of us could have done this single-handedly. Rob couldn't have done it from the inside. I couldn't have done it for myself on the outside. And our children couldn't have done it alone. It took the collective effort of our family to work together, to believe, to dream together that one day we would be restored, that we were more than the worst thing that we had ever done. And because of that, we knew that if we were redeemable in God's sight, then God would make us redeemable in man's sight. So in spite of the fact that the state of Louisiana sent Rob to Angola to die, I mean, that's literally, you know, what they made sure that they knew. When you give a man at 28 a 60-year sentence under the Truth in Sentencing bill, he has to serve 85% of that. You were talking about him having to serve over 50 years before he would even be considered for parole. And so how we got there and how we managed all of this was that we understood that the institution of family, Demetrius, was bigger than any one person. It was bigger than any one member of our family. And I think that that's where we get it. Well, we missed the mark. In society, it was like when we were once slaves, we didn't have anything but each other. And so we had to rely on one another. And now, as it pertains to our family, many of us have acquired two nickels to rub together, and we no longer have that full, deep commitment to work it out no matter what, because we understand that the institution of family is bigger than any one person, and that that institution is what holds us, what maintains us, and allows us to thrive in society. So once we had honed in on just that concept, that understanding that what God had put together, let not man put asunder. I think the second phase of that for me was not allowing the situation to control us. Rob and I, when we married, we were happily married. And so if we allow this system to break us, then it was the system won. And if we don't make it on our own, we don't make it. But it's not because the system came in and said to us, you won't make it. I'm going to make it impossible for you to make it. That just made us hold on even tighter, to cleave unto one another even tighter. And through that process, we learned that love conquers all.
Yeah, and boy, we've been holding on. We've been holding on ever since.
Absolutely. So listen, so Rob, tell me a little bit about your family dynamic. A lot of people, they hear what we're saying, but they don't really understand. Like, you guys have not a small family.
A whole lot of children.
We might better get a little football team out of y'all.
You know, no. Basket. The people normally say, "Oh, you got 6 boys. That's the basketball team." I'm like, touche. Basketball team owners, darling. Owners, darling.
Absolutely. There we go. So
yes, it did.
Tell us a little bit about the dynamic and how was it for you to be able to go through your process and be a part of such a historical journey. Watching your wife go through what she go through, being where you were, watching your family stick together and rally around, and you guys work together. What was it like for you from the inside?
Oh man, it was. It was crazy, to say the least. I personally come from a large family myself, of 8 siblings, the youngest of 8 siblings. So Fox and I, with six sons between us. I didn't personally find that size of a family as a strange thing, but it creates quite the next level of complexities when you're talking about the fact that you have been sent off to prison to serve out a 61-year sentence, and a young woman at Fox's age being left to have to tend to those kids herself without the help of her other half, without the help of her soulmate in the process. So when you talk about single mothers, having the difficulties that they face absent of incarceration. So you can only imagine the, how that was intensified when you look at not just one child that you're parenting, but yet 6 children that you are working to play parent to can be quite challenging. The one thing that I realized is that probably faith would be one of the biggest pieces that
crazy faith
that got me through the process. I mean, man, without the belief that there is something in the world that is greater than you, that is greater than man, that is greater than the law, that is greater than any of these other things that are right. These other larger than life type themes. God trumps all of those things. And it was only through the belief of God that I could even, begin to think that I could overcome a 61-year sentence that had been given down to me. I mean, when you consider how you get to that point, I mean, it means that, 12 jurors had to conclude that I was guilty. A judge steps in after that to review the findings of the jury. So that makes like a 13th juror that then says you're guilty. You go through 2 or 3 rounds of appellate processes to which 3 judges and then 7 judges, pretty much render the same conclusion. So you're talking about a lot of people that have come together in unison to say that your life is finished, that it's over.
That's
I applaud you guys and your strength.
God said otherwise, You
guys said earlier, the love conquers all. And we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back after these messages.
Mm-hmm.
You choose D early because no matter where you are in your life, no matter what your personality is, I'm going to help you come out and represent that individual to your highest and your truest expression of yourself. So I believe that, there's only one you, there's only one me. So we have to find a way to display those things that we want to display in this world. And you have something to offer that nobody else can offer. So I think that sometimes having someone that can encourage you in those areas and also give you direction based on their experiences, just to be 100% honest about those things with you and also give you direction without holding back, I think is a big opportunity for you to be able to express being around with a team that's going to help you get where you want to be. I think choosing Demetrius Early and experiencing the DLA experience, it has a representation of resilience. A lot of people are not transparent about the things they go through because everybody want to give you the perception that they're all good. The reality is we're all messed up people striving to become better. And so because we always are in that place of striving to become better, I think it's a beautiful thing when you can be authentic and be honest and be 100% you. Man, being me is like right now, like just walking in my beautiful home. You know, my wife and I, we worked real hard to get to this point. I don't take it for granted, man, just being grateful for where you are right now and also being humble enough to learn more about how you can get to where you want to be. So I think that just being you just means just being honest, having integrity, and being able to respect and honor what God has given you and the people that He's sending your path to help share it with you. Hey, we're back. Listen, I want to give you guys an opportunity to kind of see some of the things that we have going on. I am a proud participant and president of a nonprofit organization, partnering with my wife, Katrina Earl. I love you. We have a radio talk show on 102.9, and that airs on Sunday mornings, every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. So y'all check us out. I'm also a public speaker. And if you guys are looking for someone that can elevate, educate, and motivate you, hey, feel free to give me a call. Go to my site at DLExperience.com. Also, I'm a co-author to Brian Tracy, with bestselling on a bestsellers list. Super excited about that. If you want to take a look at our book, the name of the book is Driven. I don't know anybody more driven than me, but hey, it may be some of you guys out there that want to be even more driven. So hey, take a look at our book. Also, you can check us out. Follow me on social media. Those are my outlets that you can go check us out on. I'm also a business owner. I own a company by the name of Advanced Business Consulting. I also own We Raise Credit Score, and we can help you guys get to the next level and help you build your business and your personal credit. I'm a mentor. I'm a coach. Hey, man, I got a lot going on, but hey, man, I'm passionate about what I do. I love what I do, and I definitely can help you get where you want to be. You can check us out at info@DLExperience.com, or you can call us at 1-888-276-7696. So back to the drum roll beat. A great opportunity to be able to just share with some of my great friends, man, who are doing some phenomenal things. They're doing movies now, you know what I mean? They're authors, right? Bestsellers. They're doing wonderful and phenomenal things. And so we don't have enough time to really talk about all the things they're doing, but we're going to take a good jab at just kind of getting some wisdom from none other than Rob and Fox Rich, my guest tonight. And these guys are just doing a phenomenal thing in the community. So we want to talk a little bit about, but first, before we go any further, Fox and Rob, I want to know, how did we meet? Do y'all remember? See, y'all probably don't even remember. But I remember how I met you guys.
I know culture was the location.
You guys, listen, man, back when I was coming up, to see an African-American couple working together as a team and own a business was a big deal for me. So, I wanted to know people like that. I wanted to know y'all. Y'all might not knew me at the time, but I want to know who y'all was. And I remember, man, going back and forth from Houston, and I came home and I heard about this store that had the hottest new fashion, and the name of it was Culture. And when I went in, there was this beautiful sister and this handsome guy standing there working together hand in hand as a couple, and y'all can talk better than it. I'm like, y'all sure y'all listen, y'all need to be doing more than just selling clothes. Y'all need to be on the top of Capitol Hill somewhere, lobbying for somebody, because y'all had a mouthpiece even back then. And so it's no surprise that you guys would exceed and excel. Just didn't know how it was going to happen for you, but I'm so glad that it did, and to have this opportunity to circle back to 1997 all the way up to 2022. Look at us, y'all. We almost have made it, y'all. So I'm super excited to be able to be here with you guys. But yeah, I want to just kind of share that with you guys. Like, we've been knowing each other for a long time. Yes. And I'm just super excited to be here with you guys today. It's a true testament. We've all been through some stuff. And I want to say this to our audience. If you're going through something, this is a testimony. With us being on this broadcast tonight, it's really history, guys. For what I went through, and what Rob went through and what Fox went through, and we are here and we're still standing, and we don't look like what we went through. But man, God knows we needed God to get us through it. So
we
man,
just testaments to God's goodness.
Absolutely. So I get, my next question would be to you guys is like, do you have a definition of what love is and what a successful marriage looks like based on what you experienced? How did you get here?
Well, we met. I think that was the question you asked us earlier, and then we can go to how you get here. But Rob and I met in 1987, so we have been together for 35 years. And we met. Let me see how I met you. That I met Rob 35 years. And we have been married for 25 years and have known each other for 35 years. We met when I was 16 and Rob was 18. So we've been together since high school.
And probably the first thought that comes in my mind is when I hear Fox tell of love. And she says that love is the most divine chemical in the universe, and it dissolves everything that is not of itself. And I've had an opportunity to hear her say that.
Got his fingers up in here like we can't be doing that now. This is not no spoken word. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Say that one more time. Love is what?
Love is the most divine chemical in the universe, and it dissolves everything that is not of itself. And I just really have really clung to her definition of what love is, because love is a force, and it's a powerful force. I like to think of it as an acronym, and that being that love, the letters rather, LOVE, is life's only valid expression. Webster, of course, has a different definition for it. But the beautiful thing that I like most about Webster's definition is just the fact that love is both a noun as well as a verb. And boy, that love, the action, that's like another, that's another level thing. So that's what you and Katrina got, Brother D.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, so let me ask you guys a question. So where you guys are right now, from a business standpoint, I know I can only imagine what it feels like to be nominated for an Oscar, you know what I mean? But I'm talking to two people who has been nominated for an Oscar for their life story and their life work, and you still got so much to do. Tell us a little bit about the business behind the business. Like, how hard is it because there's somebody watching right now that just started a business, and there's someone that, they going through tough times, like some of the things you've endured in time in life that we've all endured. But they need to know from you, like from a principle standpoint, what are the things that allow you guys to be able to be successful from a partnership or marriage, and to be able to transcend that into your business life? Can you talk about that?
Well, I think for me, Dee, probably would have to go back to the question that we were just in conversation about. And Rob has, when we were challenged in our marriage, while Rob was in prison, probably like 13, 14 years into our prison sentence at the time. And he was taking a marriage and family counseling course. And the biggest takeaway that he took from that course that he gave to me and poured into me was that love is like a bank account. And the objective is just like it is with your money, to make more deposits than you do withdrawals.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that again.
Say that one again. In fact, this is simple enough. Get it.
Yes, love is a bank account. And
yes,
so
indeed. Give me my money. Give me my love, baby.
More deposits, because you're not going to be together 25 years and not make some withdrawals. Like this morning, I got up and I thought to myself,
you're not going to be together 6 months and not make a withdrawal.
Yes, indeed.
Which I got up this morning and it's like, it's time to run out because we got to be at the gym, but it's my workout session. He just coming along with me, right? Because I've been getting it in. This rascal here, the bed still has to be made up. Now, he's always the last one to get out the bed. He always makes it because that's the rule. You the last one to get out of it, that means you make it up, right?
All right, I got you. I
ended up having to make it up this morning because he was running behind. I'm like, okay, boy, you was withdrawn out my bank account this morning because I do not want to make this bed up.
Absolutely.
So, it's just those principles about trying to make sure that I'm putting more into my marriage than I'm taking from my marriage. And when I'm making actions on a day-to-day basis, how does this impact my marriage? Because it's my foundation, it's my sanctuary. And the more that I can sow into it, the more it benefits me. I reap what I sow out of it. And so that translates into our business transactions as well, is being able to, have an idea of something that you are passionate about, something that you want to do, and then having a partner with you that is willing to believe even when you can't see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's where that other faith element comes in.
Absolutely.
So it's not just about having a partner, but it's also about having a faith partner.
That's right.
Rob is my faith partner. We believe together. We thank God and praise together. When the victories come and when the challenges come, then we get still and meditate together.
Absolutely.
It actually made me think back, Brother Demetrius, to when you were talking about 1997 when we met one another. We met in what had become Fox and I's dream realized culture. It was Shreveport's original urban clothing store, and probably one of the simplest and most profound pieces of advice that Fox and I received when we were thinking about doing something as innovative as opening up a hip hop clothing store
with black designers
in northwestern Louisiana, a city like Shreveport, in 1997, no doubt. But doing that, a mentor of ours shared with us a simple process that we have stuck with ever since then. And that is that we were concerned about getting up all of the shelving and putting up all of the hangers and having all the right lighting and making sure that we had all the right color paints and, just all of the, things that really don't matter as much. And he said to us, look, just get open.
Absolutely.
Just get open. Any business idea that you have that is burning in your gut, just get open.
Just get open.
Do what's necessary to get it started.
One step, God will make two.
That's right.
Even when you talk about in terms of the documentary and how the documentary came about, Rob and I knew from the day we got sentenced that we had to tell this story. If I had not been justice involved myself, I'll be honest with you, Brother D, I never would have imagined that our criminal justice system was acting in such an unjust manner, in particular with Black people in Louisiana. And so I would have to say that until I was tested and tried, and I just want to, for the record, say to your viewers that no, many people will say, oh, you do the crime, you do the time. We get that. But that is such a, when you're throwing mud up against the wall to really justify the social ills that exist in our communities, it was never a matter that we did not want to pay for our transgressions against society. We did a wrong. No doubt about it, admitted to the wrong, willing to pay for the wrong we had created, made amends, offered contrition to the community that we had harmed. But then the state of Louisiana creates further harm with us by giving Rob a practical life sentence to say that his life had no meaning, that he had no value, that he was not more than the worst thing that he had done.
That my transgressions were irredeemable.
Yes. And so just getting folks to understand that, no, it is not about one not taking responsibility. We take full responsibility, but in the same token, there has to be some responsibility taken for how the system is adversely sentencing and handling Black people in the state of Louisiana in the criminal justice system. So I forgot where I was going with that, but it was a point that needed to be made.
We got the point. We got it.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna say this to you guys, like, my hat goes off, and from a business standpoint, we don't think about it, but when you're married to someone and you're in business with someone, there are other challenges that are associated with it. But then when you see someone like you guys, you can't see those challenges. What are some of the things that you would say to someone who's married to someone and in business with someone that would inspire them to keep going? What has kept you guys together?
Marriage is a partnership.
Mm-hmm.
And marriage is the best decision, one of the best decisions I have made in my life. We know that studies have shown that it costs you more to be a single person in this society. And so how we have gone off thinking that we are better off alone than we are in communal living, it really does us a disservice and is the reason why 75% of all Black women never make it to the altar, and why 1 out of every 3 of our children are living in poverty. It is the collective living that makes life easier for all of us. And so I just think that we have to find value in marriage again and understand that marriage is not all about the love. It is about the commitment, and it is about the partnership, because we are stronger together than we could ever be apart.
Mm-hmm. And just to add to what Fox is saying,
to what I said.
Adding to what Fox said, I think the other piece of that too is that we have to also realize that marriage is a choice.
Yes.
It's a choice that you make every single day that you wake up with one another. Yeah. Fox rolls over, she kisses me, and at that moment, she makes a decision as to whether or not she's going to put up with my mess for the rest of the day. And she does it day in and day out. And thank God she's done it for the last 25 years in matrimony. And she's done it for nearly, just at 35 years, collectively, just us being together as a couple overall. But we have to wake up every day and choose one another. Marriage, as Fox made mention, is it's work, and it's not for the faint or the weak at heart. Because you have to really, get over yourself.
Yes, that's the word right there.
In order to work with someone else. I mean, to join your life with that of someone else that you believe that collectively we can build more.
Yeah.
That takes commitment.
But it's double the power.
Yeah, and it's worth the commitment.
I know I'm married to a powerful woman.
I
believe that my life has been so much better and so much enriched. Not only my life, but everything's attached to me because of the bond that Katrina and I have that God has allowed us to share. And so I just love seeing couples, and I love seeing our love being able to be expressed the way you guys express it. So yeah, please comment, like, share, and tag. Somebody needs to hear this information out here. We got Fox and Rob Richardson in the building, and we're super excited on the DL Experience virtual show. The next thing I'm gonna ask you guys is, you talked about marriage, the bond, the partnership. What's next for Fox and Rob Rich?
I'm glad you asked. It is time. Let's get it in the screen. Time, the book, the untold story of the love that held this way. That way. The love that kept us together when incarceration kept us apart. Our book is we got a book deal with the largest Christian publishing company in the country, and our book will be released in hardback on February 7th. And it is just incredible. Yeah, it's incredible to watch what God has done for us. And I think that when your viewers read it, when folks take it in, what they will see is that what God has done for us, God will do for you too.
So we got to wait to February 7th. We got to wait all the way to February 7th.
Website.
So
you can go to our website.
Where do we go on February 7th to get this masterpiece?
Well, you know right now, because the pre-order,
December 29th.
Yeah.
December
the pre-order is
we talking, so we can go get the book now.
Yes.
There you go.
Foxandrob.com is the website, and you can go there and place your pre-order at all of the major retailers, whoever you buy from. But if you order through the website, you also get the audio book free. And yes, Rob and I did read the audio book ourselves.
That's right,
so it is our own voice. And you can read the first chapter of the book on the website.
Okay.
Foxandrob.com. I'm going to put that in the chat.
So listen, I know I'm moving a little fast, but I just want to know what keeps a marriage going?
Communication.
Yeah.
I think when countries go to war with one another, one of the first things that they work to wipe out is communication.
Ooh, that's a word.
And when you understand the importance of communication in that context, you then have an appreciation for it equally in the context of marriage, meaning that, not just communicating, but effective communication. We have to, as individuals in a relationship with one another, we have to make sure that we are communicating effectively our needs to each other on an ongoing basis, because what I may need early in the relationship may not necessarily be what I need, or I may need that in addition to other things in the relationship, say 7 years or 10 years in, 15 years in, or 20 years in. But we have to be committed to making sure that we continue to communicate what our needs or our individual needs inside of our relationships.
Communication, I would say community. Surrounding yourselves with other people that want you to win.
It sounds like Remy.
Come on now.
Like our son Remington, he said he's has his eye on the love of his life, and he says that as they think about who's going to be at their wedding, he says, I only want people at my wedding that are going to be there for my marriage. And so people in your circle, I only want people at my wedding who are going to be there for our marriage. And that is
very wise young man.
Yeah, the people that we have around us. I remember when I was when Rob and I were having our moment 13 years or so in, and he is in the marriage and counseling class as a part of his degree program. Rob has a 4-year degree in pastoral counseling and Christian ministry, and from New Orleans Theological Seminary. So while he's in his marriage and family counseling class, I've got this sister that says to me, Fox, I don't care that Rob is incarcerated or that you're challenged. He's still your husband. But that's your husband, Fox. And I'm saying, yeah, I know, but and she would let me ta all day long, and then she would say, yes,
but it's still your husband.
But that's still your husband. And I mean, she was the only person that I had in my life that was speaking, that is your husband regardless, that is your family regardless. And so
you needed that.
You may not have a whole bunch of folks that speak up into your marriage, but if you're married, you better make doggone sure you at least got one good one.
That's right.
That's beautiful. That's very important. I think that, Katrina and I, when we first got together, so many people had so many opinions about our bond and how we bonded. I proposed to her on the first day, and nobody understood the anointing that God had put on us to meet each other. But you had all these opinions about, a lot of negative opinions, and we had to block all that out and just really focus. But to hindsight 2020, I love what you're saying, because it is so important for those few that believe enough to say, you know what, I know it don't make sense to everybody, but we got y'all. And we needed that. We needed that. So that's right. That's really powerful. So right now we're going to do, I know a lot of people on right now, they want to get a chance to ask some questions and chime in. Right now we're going to open up the floor for questions. So if you will, please type in your questions, and we're going to go ahead and respond to some of these questions. What are your new goals and visions for you and your family? From Dr. Eugene Mosley.
Dr. Eugene Mosley. Always a pleasure to connect with the legend. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you for tuning in.
I'm about to get him on the show too.
Yeah, he's always into something. He's just impressive with the level of talent and skill that rises up out of Louisiana. I'm just always amazed, because we be putting in work in spite of we put in work and make.
You can make it here. You can make it anywhere.
Okay. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Especially when you're an African American.
That's right. That's right.
But I think for new goals and visions, man, God is just really opening up doors for us. And for new goals and visions, it would really kind of be doing more of what we already do. We help families, working with families to help marriages and families thrive. That's important to us. We know what it did for us, and we want to do it for other families, helping families guide them through the criminal justice system so that we can further reduce harm, restoring families, getting them back on the right track as soon as possible. And we do that with our organization, pdmnola.org, which is our website, an initiative of our ministry. And just
slow down and say it again, Fox. What is your website again?
pdmnola.org.
P as in Peter.
P as in Peter, D M NOLA.org is the website for our organization. We are one hub of 40 hubs across the country that do this work of teaching people how to participate in their own defense and to reduce harm. And so that is more of that. One day we have had our first family wedding this year. So we are excited about that. And maybe one day out of those 6 boys having some grandkids after the other ones get married. So we're looking forward to that.
And probably most of all, if I had to say, would just be that the work that Fox and I are striving to do as we are working to leave a legacy of our own. We are hopeful that that legacy will be valuable enough, or that it would be appreciated enough from our children that they will duplicate it and hence do much of the same work. And that is to continue to build healthy, thriving, prosperous families, and to do so mostly by being a demonstration of that themselves in their own marriages.
And above all, being a demonstration of love and getting more people convicted to love. We tried incarcerating people. That doesn't work. It's not going to solve our problems. Money, we poor as we have ever been in history. Now we've got more wealth than we have ever had as a people, and that still doesn't solve our problems. The only thing that is really going to get to the core of healing us and helping us restore ourselves and our communities is love.
That's right.
We definitely gotta get that message out there, because love truly does conquers all when you buy into it and when you put action behind it. It's not enough just to talk it; you have to walk it. So I'm truly inspired by you guys, and you guys are phenomenal. You guys are phenomenal. So basically, you already are living the dream. You're walking in your purpose, and all you want to do now is continue that by giving what God put you here to give to those who He blessed you to grace their presence. And so the platform is growing. You guys have been nominated for an Oscar. Now you have a soon-to-be bestseller.
Yes, New York Times bestseller. Speak it on us.
Let's go ahead and get this party started. Let's go ahead and get your book time. If you have any more questions, hey, now's the time for us to ask some questions right now. Any more questions? Please type some in. Wonderful couple.
Inspires you, Fox and Rob, after being together so long.
Okay, Mr. Thurston says, or after being together for so long, what things do you guys do together for fun to keep your bond tight? Movie night, etc.
I think probably one of the biggest what do you call them? Not necessarily time passes, but one of the things that have bonded Fox and I together since the beginning is that we dream together. We've been dreaming ever since the 1987 when I walked on her doorstep and knocked at her door that day, that many years ago, and we've been dreaming ever since. We dream of better places, better things, how the world could be different, how we in it could be different. And we work to realize our dreams. So that is probably for me that I would have to say is one of the biggest things that keep us bonded together is the fact that both of us continue to dream.
Mm-hmm.
I think that dreaming is super, super important. A lot of people, they hear that word and they hear the slogan. It sounds cliche. It sounds like something that's good to say, right? But I do believe that some of us have abandoned our dreams. I've been in that space before, where I allow people to talk me out of it. I failed at something, and because I failed at something, people echoed my failure, and now all of a sudden I done suppress what I really want to go out and do because I'm paying more attention to what happened and what people are saying versus what's inside of me. And so I'm gonna echo what you just said, brother. If you're out there right now and you have a dream and you put it on the shelf and you left it behind you, you have the opportunity and the right to go pick it back up and make it happen.
Yeah,
that's right. Because boy, people will snatch your dream away from you. The funny thing is, we were watching a TV program on last night, and the couple who had been married to each other for quite some time were at a fork in the road, trying to make a decision to move forward or to go ahead and derail from the relationship. And the woman said to the young man, who was an ambitious young man, he was a writer, author, and the likes, and had films and different things like that about content that he had produced. And she said to him, she says, "What is it with you? Why is it that you're never satisfied? You're always chasing what? The elusive better."
Mm.
And it's like he had this drive and ambition to always want to do something else, but those were the things that drive him. But his wife, on the other hand, she was like, "Why we just can't be comfortable in the present? Why we just can't enjoy where we at right here? What is it with you?"
Hey, me and my wife had that conversation.
Yes, indeed.
So listen, somebody asked, who inspires you guys?
I'm inspired by so many different people. People that I pass on a day-to-day basis. Even homeless people inspire me, even if it's nothing more than not be that. But I'm inspired on a day-to-day basis by all of humankind. And I almost think that I actually believe that is by design. God puts people in front of us on a day-to-day basis with the idea in mind that we will be inspired by one another. So that is probably, for me, I would have to say that I'm inspired by all people, on a day-to-day basis.
Come on with it, Fox.
I would probably say when you talk about inspiration, I would think of our children. Those boys of ours, the eldest boy, Malik, is studying to be a sommelier. He takes his third level in the sommelier course at the top of the year. And for those of you that may be like me and didn't know what a sommelier was, and my son decided someone. Yeah, they may be like me and not know. It's a one who studies wine, a wine connoisseur.
Okay.
Yeah, a wine expert. I'm sorry. And our second oldest son, Remington, graduated from Xavier, has graduated from Meharry Dental School, and is in July will graduate in orthodontics from Indiana University. And so not only was he already 1% of the population out of all the dentists in the country, only 1% of them are Black males. And so now that he will be a specialty in dentistry by being an orthodontist, he moves to falls into another minority group. Yeah. And so that's I say all the time that they are so impressive. It's a work for us to stay impressive enough to impress the impressive. Right? Our son Lawrence
raising high. That's beautiful when you raise something.
Right. We just try to make sure we keep impressing them because they're so impressive. Our son Lawrence has been madly in love with love his whole life. He took his wife, his girlfriend of 5 years. They got married this past October. And then our fourth oldest son, the twin boys, Freedom and Justice. Freedom started off, graduated last May, went to the Capitol with our congressman that's from New Orleans to serve as his staffer, turned around and in 10 months got a promotion with another congressman, has worked in that congressman office for 6 months as a director, an upgraded post. And now in January 3rd, he got another promotion. So, he starts for another congressman in January on his third promotion. So that's exciting. And then our son Justice has completed a tour of duty in our nation's military and has now taken a job working offshore, doing extremely well. And then the baby boy has, left high school early to start college early, and just got selected into B. Mike, one of the famous artists in New Orleans. Rob has just been accepted into his internship program. And so my goal is just to be as impressive to them as they are to us.
That is phenomenal. And again, man, my hat goes off because I know that you guys fought really hard to keep it together and to be able to be that impact in your children's lives. And now they're inspiring you. That's beautiful. That's all of our dream, right? Like you guys ever achieved the dream that all of us trying to achieve right here as parents. Celeste Williams says, we have had people tell us that we spend too much time together, and it seems that they can't understand our bond. Have you ever had people close to you try to critique your relationship to bring a distance between you?
Of course.
You have to say,
I can raise my hand.
Nobody that much and
that much. Don't listen to them.
Do not listen to them.
Because what you got is working, and if it's working,
and y'all
keep doing what you're doing.
Yes.
Listen, when you find a soulmate and that encompasses a best friend, and you like that person,
okay.
The reality is everybody that's married don't like each other.
Hello.
And you don't get me wrong. Sometimes, even in y'all relationship, y'all not gonna quite like each other all the time.
Right.
When you have someone that you genuinely like and you love, and they're your soulmate, and you enjoy each other's time, and you've been wise enough to give each other the time, separate other people not gonna understand that when they used to have that access. Yeah. So a lot of times, it's not that they're mad at you two being together all the time. They're just mad because they can't have access to you like they used to have access to you. So just love them from a distance and keep on loving each other, and they'll catch on eventually.
Yeah.
What would you tell a newlywed couple?
Ooh, this is my line right here. This is my line right here. This is my line. Y'all ready for it? They better be ready for this one, Demetrius.
Y'all better be ready. We got 3 minutes. Y'all better be ready.
This is it. We went and soon as Rob and I got married, 6 months later, we found ourselves on criminal charges. And I remember having a conversation with him, and he was saying to me, well, you know, Fox, we made a vow to each other, and it was for better or for worse. Did you think that the better would come first?
Of course you did.
And I said, hell yeah. At least thought we'd have 10 good years before stuff went haywire, you know, like give me 10 good years.
I know what I signed up for, and I know my intention for signing the paperwork. Okay? I know what I signed up for, and I know my intention for when I signed the paperwork, but this wasn't it.
This wasn't it. So,
I need to get the good stuff first.
The better may not come first. The better may not come first, but when we are faithful over a few things, God makes us ruler over many. It took us 21 years to be able to move past our transgression. And but look at us now, the way that God is blessing us. Many people say it's like y'all to never miss a beat. It was like we were never separated because God restores you and he gives you double for your trouble.
That's right.
Listen, that is what you call on the Dear Experience show, a drop the mic moment. And so Fox and Rob, thank y'all. Y'all are phenomenal. Me and Katrina love you guys to pieces. Thank y'all so much for being on board with us tonight, and much success to you guys. And just thank you guys again for being the pioneers that you are in the industry that you're going into. We know nothing but great things are going to happen. We're going to be there with you guys. So go get the book. Y'all look them up. Y'all follow them. Hey, listen, and y'all check us out at dearlyexperience.com and give us an opportunity to be a blessing to you and yours by helping you get to that next level, because we are the people that help you get to that next level. I'm your next level guy. And look, I'm going to say at this time, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Like, share, comment, and we're going to see y'all next week at this time. Love you too, baby.
Love you, Trina. Love you, D. Great show. Much love to you.
Thank you so much, sister. And
you got to bring us back when the book drops.
Absolutely. So we'll definitely get you guys back on here soon. And hey, until next time, next Thursday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll see y'all on the DL Experience virtual show. Peace.